Welcome. In this video, we'll dive into Nebosh IG1 Element 4, which is all about monitoring and measuring health and safety performance. This element is crucial for any organization aiming to maintain a safe workplace and comply with legal standards. We'll explore the key techniques used to assess safety performance, identify areas for improvement, and ensure that policies are truly effective. By understanding both proactive and reactive approaches, you'll be better equipped to support continual improvement and demonstrate due diligence. Let's begin by setting the stage for why monitoring and measuring are so important in health and safety management. Monitoring and measuring health and safety performance isn't just a box-ticking exercise, it's a vital part of effective management. By regularly checking how well safety policies and procedures are working, organizations can spot hazards early, control risks, and make informed decisions. This process also helps demonstrate compliance to regulators and builds trust with stakeholders. Whether you're aiming to prevent incidents or improve existing systems, monitoring and measuring provide the evidence needed to drive real change. Next, we'll look at the two main types of monitoring, active and reactive. Monitoring methods fall into two categories: active, proactive, and reactive. Active monitoring is all about preventing accidents before they happen, while reactive monitoring focuses on learning from incidents that have already occurred. Both approaches are essential for a comprehensive safety management system. Active monitoring helps organizations stay ahead of risks, while reactive monitoring ensures lessons are learned and improvements are made after something goes wrong. Let's break down each type, starting with active monitoring. Active monitoring is proactive. It's about checking that safety controls are in place and working before an incident occurs. This includes regular workplace inspections, management safety tour, health surveillance, observation of work practices, and audits of procedures. For example, a chemical plant might use air sampling and health checks to ensure workers aren't exposed to harmful solvents. By catching issues early, active monitoring helps prevent accidents and keeps everyone safer. Next, we'll see how reactive monitoring complements this approach. Reactive monitoring kicks in after an incident or near miss has happened. It involves investigating accidents, analyzing sick leave trends, and reviewing insurance claims to identify patterns. For instance, if a worker slips on a wet floor, reactive monitoring would look into the immediate cause, underlying issues like poor housekeeping, and root causes such as lack of cleaning schedules. This approach helps organizations learn from mistakes and prevent similar incidents in the future. Both active and reactive monitoring are necessary for a well-rounded safety system. Combining active and reactive monitoring gives organizations a complete picture of their health and safety performance. Active monitoring helps spot hazards before they cause harm, while reactive monitoring ensures lessons are learned from incidents. Together, they support early detection of risks, prevention of accidents, and continuous improvement of safety procedures. This dual approach also provides evidence of legal compliance and helps build a strong safety culture. Now let's move on to health and safety audits. Health and safety audits are systematic reviews of an organization's safety management system. They check for compliance with laws, standards, and internal policies, and help identify both strengths and weaknesses. Audits can be internal, conducted by employees or safety officers, or external, carried out by independent bodies like ISO certification organizations. The goal is to ensure everything is working as intended and to highlight areas for improvement. Let's look at the main purposes of these audits. Main purposes of health and safety audits are to ensure compliance with legal and organizational standards, identify gaps in the system, and provide evidence of due diligence. Audits also help organizations improve performance and reduce the likelihood of incidents. By regularly reviewing safety systems, companies can stay ahead of potential problems and demonstrate their commitment to safety. Next, we'll discuss the different types of audits organizations might use. There are two main types of health and safety audits: internal and external. Internal audits are conducted by trained employees or safety officers within the organization. They're useful for regular, ongoing checks. External audits are performed by independent bodies, such as certification organizations, and are often required for standards like ISO 45001. Both types play a vital role in maintaining high safety standards and ensuring continuous improvement. Let's see how the audit process unfolds. The audit process typically involves 5 steps: planning, data collection, analysis, reporting, and follow-up. Planning defines the scope and objectives. Data collection includes reviewing documents, observing processes, and interviewing staff. Analysis compares findings with standards. Reporting documents strengths, weaknesses, and recommendations. Finally, follow-up ensures corrective actions are implemented. This structured approach helps organizations maintain compliance and foster a culture of safety. Now, let's explore investigations, inspections, and sampling. Investigations are carried out to uncover the causes of accidents, near misses, and occupational illnesses. The process starts by securing and examining the scene, collecting evidence like photographs and witness statements, and checking equipment. Investigators then determine immediate, underlying, and root causes and recommend corrective actions. Recording findings and sharing lessons learned are key to preventing recurrence. For example, a chemical spill investigation might reveal poor labeling and insufficient training, leading to new safety programs. Inspections are planned checks designed to identify hazards and ensure compliance with safety standards. They can be routine, formal, or special. Routine inspections happen daily or weekly. Formal inspections are scheduled and documented, and special inspections occur after incidents or changes in processes. For example, a construction site inspection might check scaffolding, PPE usage, and hazardous material storage. Inspections help maintain a safe environment and catch issues before they escalate. Sampling involves measuring exposure levels to hazards like chemicals, dust, noise, or vibration. The purpose is to assess risk, ensure compliance with legal limits, and monitor the effectiveness of control measures. For instance, regular air sampling in a painting facility ensures solvent vapors stay within safe limits, protecting workers' health. Sampling provides concrete data that supports risk assessments and guides the implementation of safety control. Accurate recording is vital for tracking health and safety performance. Organizations should maintain logs of incidents, near misses, inspections, audits, training records, PPE issuance, and health surveillance data. Documenting risk assessments, emergency drills, and corrective actions is also important. Good record keeping provides evidence for regulators and auditors, supports trend analysis, and helps organizations learn from past experiences. Next, we'll look at how reporting fits into the picture. Reporting involves sharing health and safety data both internally and externally. Internal reports go to management for action and review, while external reports may be required by regulators, insurers, or stakeholders. Formats can include incident reports, audit summaries, and KPI dashboards. For example, a workplace might submit quarterly accident statistics to the safety committee and annual reports to regulatory authorities. Effective reporting ensures transparency and accountability across the organization. Effective recording and reporting bring several benefits. They inform decision-making, enable trend analysis, demonstrate compliance, support continuous improvement, and enhance accountability. By keeping detailed records and sharing relevant information, organizations can quickly identify problem areas, implement corrective actions, and show regulators that they take safety seriously. Now let's discuss how reviewing performance keeps the safety system effective and up to date. Regularly reviewing health and safety performance ensures that the management system remains effective and relevant. Management reviews consider audit results, incident trends, compliance status, and risk assessments. These reviews help identify areas for improvement and set new objectives. For example, an annual review might highlight the need for updated training or new PPE. This process keeps the safety system aligned with organizational goals and changing risks. Management reviews are typically conducted by senior leaders who evaluate the overall effectiveness of the health and safety management system. They look at audit findings, incident data, and compliance reports to spot trends and areas needing attention. For example, a factory's annual review might reveal improvements in noise control, but also highlight a need for updated training. These insights drive the next round of safety initiatives and ensure continuous improvement. Performance indicators help organizations measure safety performance. Leading indicators are proactive, such as training completion rates, inspection frequency, and risk assessment updates. Lagging indicators are reactive, like accident rates, lost time injuries, and near misses. Both types provide valuable insights. Leading indicators help prevent incidents, while lagging indicators show where improvements are needed. Using a mix of both ensures a balanced approach to safety management. Let's look at some practical examples. A leading indicator could be the number of fire drills conducted or the percentage of staff who have completed safety training. A lagging indicator might be the number of slips, trips, and falls reported over the past year. By tracking both types, organizations can spot trends, address issues proactively, and measure the impact of their safety initiatives. This approach supports ongoing improvement and risk reduction. Continuous improvement is at the heart of effective health and safety management. Lessons learned from monitoring, audits, and reviews feed back into planning and updating policies, procedures, and training. This creates a cycle of plan to check act, where organizations are always looking for ways to reduce risks, improve compliance, and strengthen their safety culture. Continuous improvement builds confidence among employees and stakeholders alike. Plan to Check Act (PDCA) cycle is a simple but powerful model for continuous improvement. First, organizations plan by setting objectives and identifying risks. Next, they do by implementing controls and training. Then they check by monitoring performance and conducting audits. Finally, they act by making improvements based on what they've learned. This cycle repeats, ensuring that safety systems evolve and adapt to new challenges. The construction industry, daily toolbox talks, scaffold inspections, near-miss reporting, and PPE checks are standard practices. These activities combine active and reactive monitoring, regular inspections, and thorough record keeping. By following these steps, construction companies can prevent accidents, ensure compliance, and foster a culture of safety on every site. Practical examples like these show how the principles of Element 4 work in real-world settings. Manufacturing environments rely on machine guarding inspections, noise monitoring, and accident trend analysis to keep workers safe. Regular audits and sampling ensure that hazards are controlled and that the workplace remains compliant with safety standards. By analyzing trends and updating procedures, manufacturers can continuously improve their safety performance and reduce the risk of incidents. Healthcare infection control audits, sharps injury reporting, and health surveillance are key components of safety monitoring. These practices help prevent the spread of infections, protect staff and patients, and ensure compliance with health regulations. By recording and analyzing incidents, healthcare organizations can identify trends and implement targeted improvements, keeping everyone safer. The oil and gas industry uses permit-to-work monitoring, gas detection sampling, and incident investigations to manage safety risks. These activities are supported by regular audits and thorough reporting. By combining proactive and reactive measures, companies in this sector can prevent major incidents, comply with strict regulations, and protect their workforce and the environment. One of the biggest benefits of monitoring and measuring is the early identification of hazards. By spotting risks before they lead to incidents, organizations can take swift action to protect workers and prevent costly accidents. Early detection also supports compliance and helps maintain a positive safety culture. This proactive approach is a cornerstone of effective health and safety management. Monitoring and measuring health and safety performance play a direct role in preventing accidents and occupational illnesses. By regularly checking controls and analyzing data, organizations can address issues before they escalate. This not only protects employees but also reduces downtime, legal costs, and reputational damage. Prevention is always better than cure, and a robust monitoring system makes it possible. Accurate records and reports provide solid evidence of legal compliance and due diligence. This is especially important during regulatory inspections or audits. By demonstrating that safety systems are in place and working, organizations can avoid penalties and build trust with authorities. Good documentation also supports insurance claims and legal defenses if incidents occur. Strong monitoring and measuring system helps build a positive safety culture. When employees see that their organization takes safety seriously, they're more likely to follow procedures and report hazards. This creates a cycle of trust and accountability where everyone works together to maintain a safe workplace. A good safety culture also boosts morale and productivity. Continuous improvement is achieved by regularly updating policies, procedures, and training based on monitoring results. This ensures that the health and safety management system stays relevant and effective as new risks emerge. Organizations that embrace continuous improvement are better prepared to handle challenges and maintain high safety standards over time. Safe workplace isn't just good for compliance, it also boosts productivity and morale. When employees feel safe, they can focus on their work without distraction or fear. Fewer accidents mean less downtime, lower costs, and a more positive work environment. Monitoring and measuring safety performance are key drivers of these benefits. Sum up, Nebosh IG1 Element 4 teaches us that monitoring and measuring health and safety performance are essential for effective management. By using both active and reactive methods, conducting audits, investigations, inspections, and sampling, and keeping accurate records, organizations can detect risks early, prevent incidents, and continuously improve their systems. Regular reviews ensure that safety management stays aligned with organizational goals. Applying the principles of Element 4 in daily operations means integrating monitoring and measuring into every aspect of work. From regular inspections to thorough investigations and detailed reporting, these practices should become routine. Organizations that make safety monitoring a habit are more likely to achieve lasting improvements and maintain compliance over the long term. Technology plays an increasingly important role in monitoring and measuring safety performance. Digital tools can automate data collection, streamline reporting, and provide real-time analytics. This makes it easier to spot trends, track compliance, and respond quickly to emerging risks. Embracing technology helps organizations stay ahead in their safety journey. Training and awareness are fundamental to effective monitoring and measuring. Employees need to understand the importance of safety procedures, how to report hazards, and the value of accurate record keeping. Ongoing training ensures that everyone stays informed about best practices and new risks, supporting a culture of continuous improvement. Employee engagement is key to successful safety monitoring. When staff are encouraged to participate in inspections, report near misses, and suggest improvements, the entire organization benefits. Engaged employees are more likely to follow procedures and contribute to a safer workplace. Building this engagement requires open communication and recognition of contributions. Leadership commitment is essential for effective monitoring and measuring. When senior management prioritizes safety, allocates resources, and leads by example, it sets the tone for the entire organization. Leadership involvement in reviews, audits, and training reinforces the importance of safety and drives continuous improvement. Compliance with legal and regulatory requirements is a major driver for monitoring and measuring safety performance. Regulations often specify what needs to be recorded, reported, and reviewed. Staying compliant not only avoids penalties, but also demonstrates a commitment to protecting employees and the public. Keeping up with changing laws is part of an effective safety management strategy. Organizations may face challenges such as lack of resources, inconsistent data collection, or resistance to change. Overcoming these obstacles requires strong leadership, clear communication, and ongoing training. By addressing challenges head-on, organizations can build a more resilient and effective safety management system. To succeed in monitoring and measuring safety performance, organizations should set clear objectives, use both leading and lagging indicators, involve employees at all levels, and review systems regularly. Leveraging technology and fostering a culture of continuous improvement also make a big difference. Remember, safety is everyone's responsibility. Let's recap the essentials. Monitoring and measuring health and safety performance involve active and reactive methods, audits, investigations, inspections, sampling, and thorough record keeping. Regular reviews and continuous improvement keep the system effective. These practices not only ensure compliance but also protect people and support organizational success. Element 4 is more than just a checklist, it's a mindset. By embedding monitoring and measuring into everyday operations, organizations create a proactive, responsive, and resilient safety culture. This approach not only meets legal requirements but also drives better outcomes for everyone involved. Remember, safety is a journey, not a destination. As we wrap up, keep in mind that monitoring and measuring health and safety performance is an ongoing process. Stay curious, keep learning, and always look for ways to improve. By applying the principles of Nebosh IG1 Element 4, you'll help create safer, more productive workplaces and make a real difference in people's lives. Thank you for joining this comprehensive overview of Nebosh IG1 Element 4. Continue exploring best practices, stay updated with new regulations, and keep safety at the forefront of your work. With the right approach, monitoring and measuring can transform your organization's safety culture and performance. Stay safe and keep striving for excellence.